This is day 113 of Zohar Pshat, and we're on Daf Yudal Amarav, and we're getting into a few smaller, not quality, but in quantity of the Zohar commandments connected to the first parshas in the Torah, and we're up to Pekudei Chatzar, the 11th commandment, which is on Yudal Amarav, the 8th line down. Pekudei Chatzar, La'asora Meiser Da'ara. Take a meiser off whatever grows on the ground. Hachis train people. Here there are two commandments. This one, which is the 11th, the next one is the 12th. Chad la sora meiser da'ara. One is to take a meiser. V'chad bikur the priyana. One is to bring the bikur, the first fruits to the trees. The chsiv, well, to the base of mikdash, which of course is mitzvah. The chsiv, as says, v'neina sadechem is called esav zorah zera shel pnei oretz. It says, I gave to you all the seeds which grow on the face of the earth. Here it says Ninisati. It says over there by Midpar Yud Ches. So to the Levites I gave all the Meiser and Amisro. Also speaking about Zera, it says that all Meiser from the ground goes to the from the seeds of the ground, from the fruits of the trees goes to Kosh Baruch Hu. That's the 11th command. Because the tracer, the 12th command, is like so bikurim dilona, to bring the bikurim. The chsiv it says because kol ha'etzer shabo pre-8 so re'zera. Same puzzle. All the trees which have fruit of the tree and the seeds. Kom and yischazi li l'chona tzila. Anything which suitable for me, for you it's forbidden to eat. Atir loan. Identify them, v'yoev loan, and give them, kol master delay all of your meiser, bikurim dilonin, and the bikurim of the trees. And so it says, nasati lachem, I gave it to you. Not the generations come after you. It's a fascinating idea. In other words, Adam Arishon was given the Bikurim and the Meisers because he was the Kohen, the Levi, the everything of the time. And he was supposed to live in that Madrega that he would be able to uplift Bikurim and Meiser, and we wouldn't need a hierarchy where you have to give them to a Kohen or a Levi to uplift them, but rather they'd be uplifted by Adam Ish himself. So it's going to say, Nasati Lachem, I gave you all these things, but subsequent generations are not going to work that way. And there's anticipation, obviously, of the Chet and eventual rise of Am Yisrael, which these things have to be given to, so to speak, a higher level in order to consecrate part of it, in order to then make the rest of it available, so to speak, as mundane. So it's kind of like the idea of a bracha, right, which Chazal instituted in order that at the beginning when you eat, you should do something holy in order to lift the rest of the eating. Reb Tzadok says, initially, there was no concept bracha. Why couldn't Torah throw the idea of bracha? It's a very fine idea. Why does it have to Rabbanan to make a bracha? So Reb Tzadok says that midaraisa we want you to eat l'shem shamayim, not just to make a bracha and then say, okay, I did something l'shem shamayim, now I can eat. I want you to eat l'shem shamayim. So Chazal came along and said, realistically, it's not going to happen that way. Let's at least make them bracha first, and then they made a bracha, and then however they eat it, at least they'll be schlepped along with the bracha. So too, it seems the same idea here, that Hashem says, it's you, Adam Rishon, you can uplift the food itself. You don't need separate bikurim, separate meiser, so to speak, is given to you. Everything is yours because you can eat l'shem shamayim. In subsequent generations, it's not going to be that. Subsequent generations are going to have to uplift their eating of the fruit of the tree by first giving bikurim and giving meiser. Okay, because it's Sefer. The 30th commandment, to make a peanut ben, and here's a fascinating idea, in order to connect the bechor to life. And he brings that in the Zohar Sefer Chasidim. So Chayla, a sick person Shammai said Petauni, said redeem me. I guess nobody knew what he meant. Know that she a bechor, and became known that he was a bechor. Uptau, they redeemed him b'chai, and he survived. So you see that Pina Ben saves from a sakana. What's the sakana? From a danger. The train Memanan Ninu. There are two appointees. Chad the Chayin, Chad the Moisa. One of life, one of death. The Kaim of the Barnash. They hover over a person, presumably specifically over a Bechor. Kadiva Barnash the brain Yoda the whom Moisa Parkley. And a person redeems the son is redeeming from that death. And the death cannot over control him. For Razada, and the secret of this is, and this is also better brought down in Beishis Rabbah, but in a different context. Hashem saw everything he made in general. V'nei tov, it's good. Damal chaim, that's the malach of life. Ma'oid, damal chamavis. So I think in the Beishis Rabbah it says mavis, not malach chamavis. But ma'od is malach chamavis. In other words, it's very good. It's good if there's malach chaim. It's very good if there's malach chamavis. There's potential for death, which gives us free will, which makes things very good because now we have the capacity to accomplish meaningful things in this world, get rewarded and punished for our accomplishments and our non-accomplishments. And therefore, in this redemption, is kaim dod the chaim. This is saying the malach of life. The malach of death is weakened. So this opinion ben you acquire life for your child. Kamad Idmar, like it says, like we just said, the Yitzhara, which would cause the death, relinquishes him and doesn't seize onto him. So I assume because of Bechor being Rashis Ono, being the first strength of the father, it has a special propensity to certain types of midos ros, such as arrogance and pride and so on and so forth. And therefore, some act of Kedusha has to be done at the beginning of his life in order to lead that his life, just like the Bikurim and the Meiser and the Bracha, which we mentioned, are in order that the rest of life should be led a certain way on the basis of that initial pidyon. So too, with this pidyon ben, we do an act of Kedusha by giving something to the Kohen, and that diminishes the power of evil over the power of the negative power, let's call it, over this child. So therefore, he is able to survive because the propensity to negative behavior has been diminished. So it doesn't really say here much, except that the reference to mode. But so I'm not sure exactly how it links to the psukim at the beginning of the Torah, and I don't think that Pidyon Ben was mitzvah then either, but I guess in the same spirit as Bikurim Meiser, Pidyon Ben also has this notion of do something at the beginning of the process, it'll uplift the rest of the process and diminish potential for negative influence over the process.